What up, what up? It's Finance, Fitness, and Folk. The channel will discuss finance, a little bit of fitness, talk about some folk. So today's episode is entitled, Why Haven't You Married Her Yet? So admin notes, thanks again to all the subscribe to the channel. I endeavor to keep pushing the video out, give you leverage, you better yourselves. So let's get into it. So why haven't you married her yet? So I wrote down 5 reasons why you probably have not married her yet. Now we're talking about men that are actually in love, or at least love the person that they're with, their future spouse, hopefully, if they decide to get married, right? And there's a couple of things that I wrote down from, I guess, personal experience to a certain degree, and then also having a lot of friends that are married or trying to get married right now. The reasons why they haven't married it yet, because I've seen so many relationships in the Black community where folks been together for over 10 years and they're not even thinking about getting married. Now, what I will say is that those relationships sometimes can be anecdotal, and they can be based off of I guess local norms, for lack of a better word. So what I mean by that is that depending on where you come from in the States, what type of city, what type of culture that you're in, what type of environment you're in, sometimes, and also economic class as well. Sometimes getting married is not the best option, even though you still want to be with that person. So this is no hit on any relationship that has lasted that long, and the man has not decided to marry the woman, but he still is dedicated to the woman as if he was married to her. But there are a lot of women out there that would prefer for the guy to get married to them, right? Instead of them having a 10, 15, 20 year relationship without any marriage commitment, right? But to each his own. Every relationship is different, right? So there's no hit on this. I'm not making any hit on any relationship that's like that. I'm just giving out reasons why you as a man probably have not got on one knee and actually proposed to this woman that you love, right? So the first one is the perception of loss of freedom. Now this is a really big thing, because a lot of guys, sorry y'all, it's DC, so. And I'm actually by the hospital, so let me give this ambulance about a couple seconds here. Hold on, y'all. You can never tell in DC when I make these videos when I'm gonna have background noise, so my apologies. It's DC, it's life, right? Actually, they hit this traffic circle here. I'm actually sitting at a park. There's a traffic circle. It's actually, they came from all the way behind me, and then they're about to circle back around to the hospital. So the noise might get a little bit louder now. Yeah. Hopefully what's going on is not serious, but if anybody has watched the news, DC has had some issues with violence lately. Even though it's a big city, violence is definitely going to be an issue in a big city, but they've had more than usual lately. So hopefully it's not a serious issue. But anyways, loss of perception of freedom. Like I said, it's a really big thing with guys, because guys, they definitely want to have their freedom. They cherish their freedom. And they don't want to feel like that they have to be obligated to answer to their woman, right? What I would say is that it's not necessarily you answering to your woman. It's just giving your woman the mutual respect of letting her know if you're going to be out the house for a long period of time, where you're going to be at, just basically just giving her that respect as for like making her feel comfortable that you're out the house and that you're not out there doing something crazy and something nefarious, right? A lot of alpha men, and just men in general, normally their instinct is not to do that, because it's basically if you feel like you're answering somebody, it's like you're giving authority to that person, right? And I want to make something clear: you're not giving your wife authority over you when you give her the common courtesy to let her know where you're at, right? It's a mutual respect, and you're basically giving her security, right? So, and some guys don't want to do that, right? So that might be one of the reasons why you haven't got married to it yet. So number 2, I'm gonna try to get through these really quick here. fear about a potential divorce. So, and with this red pill thing, we all know about how these things go, right? A lot of folks would say that marriage is not the way to go, and you should never get married. There's no benefit in getting married. What I would tell you is that do your own research, but from a statistical standpoint, there's a lot of benefits for a guy as far as getting married, and it is proven through statistics that men normally live longer when they're married versus them being single. And I'm not saying to a certain degree like they're living longer because they have a person there to take care of them physically if they become injured or they become sick. I'm just saying from a mental standpoint and from a spiritual standpoint, the bonding of two humans when it comes to a man and a woman being married and actually being dedicated to each other. The mental strength you get from being with that person and being with it for a long period of time, it literally helps you live longer. It really does. We as human beings are not on the put on this earth to be alone. And I'm not saying that you have to be married to not be alone. I'm just saying, like from a relationship standpoint, from a romantic standpoint, being married helps you stay alive longer. It just does for men. I'm not sure how it does for women, but for men, we live longer when we're married. We really do, right? So at the end of the day, at least that's one thing you can take away from being married. You live longer, right? And also, like I said, just the bonding of you and your spouse, it benefits you mentally a lot more than you being single. Let's see. So we got some financial benefits, right? Guys we have to provide provisioning for our spouse and for our families. So yes, when you get married, a lot of your finances are going to go to your family, are going to go to your spouse. But I'm telling you, it's nothing like building a financial freedom and financial security with your spouse. Not saying that your wife is working at the same time you are to save money and build something together. I'm talking about the support that your wife will give you while you're out there making money, right? And if there's a dynamic where both of y'all working, that's fine. To each his own. Do what you do. I have no dog in the fight when it comes to that. I'm just saying, like, if you're a person where you're the breadwinner and she is the helpmeet, having the helpmeet there to help you along through this process of building wealth I'm not saying that you being single it hinders you from building wealth, because there's a lot of single men that have actually built empires for themselves. But once again, from a support standpoint, having a wife there at the same time will help you get to the mark a lot faster. It just will. Health benefits, I already went over that. You live longer. This is all there is to it. You just live longer, right? And long-term stability. So one thing I would say about that is when I was single and I was out here, dating a lot of women and not proud of it, actually, being intimate with a lot of women, sometimes at the same time, not anything, not like women like at the same time in the same room. I'm just saying, like, I had a couple of women that I was dating at the same time, and some I was intimate with, some I were not. That was fine when I was younger, and I'm not giving no excuses for like me doing that when I was younger, because I think it did hinder me to a certain degree once I got married. But as I got older, and as I started navigating relationships, it got old. It just really did. You know what I'm saying? It just got to the point where, like, I did not want to be in a situation where I'm having sex with a woman and then, I don't love her. I may care about it, but I don't love her. And I'm going home by myself. Because I don't want to stay over there with her, because it's like once I have sex with her, it's over and done with. I'm done. I don't want to be with her, sitting down and talking to her anymore, right? Hopefully that's not the same situation with a woman. If you want to marry her, it probably isn't, right? I'm just saying, like, one of the reasons why you probably don't want to, because of that commitment thing sometimes can be scary. But like I said, there's a lot of There's a lot of benefits when it comes to being married, especially when it comes to commitment. So yeah, those are just a couple reasons why you probably haven't married it yet. So for men, take this with a grain of salt, right? I do understand, like I said, there's a lot of men that are gonna come on this video probably say that there's no benefit to being married, but just take some of the points that I said on this video and just analyze it, do your own research, and just come with your own conclusion as for like why you haven't married her yet and why you will or will not marry her. You know what I'm saying? If you do get married to your woman, I wish y'all long-lasting life and happiness. If you don't, it is what it is, right? But what I would say before I end this video is if you know that your woman wants to get married and you haven't married her yet, do not string her along for years and years and years at a time, right? If you already know that even though you may love her, that you have no intention of marrying her, let her go, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that, because a lot of women will prefer to be married than not being married, even though they may prefer to still be with you in lieu of y'all not being together at all. But if the end goal is for her to be married and that's not your end goal, then y'all need to have a discussion about that. And if you are adamant about not being married to her, but you still want to be with her, you have to make a decision. You know what I'm saying? Do you want to make her unhappy and basically have you be happy, or vice versa, right? And a lot of women are out there that want to get married that are not happy if they're not married yet to the man that they've been together with for like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, right? So just keep that in mind. Don't waste your woman's time, because time is money, and the biological clock is different for men and women. All right. So you want me to discuss a topic or a subject that's beneficial to the channel or to yourself, email me at finandfitnessfolk@gmail.com. My email address is in the description below. Finding Fitness and Folk, Triple F, I'm gone.